is it true that Dad's not doing very well right now? I got a call about it already from the hospital, but have you gone to the hospital yet yourself to be with him?
Huh? What does the high school dropout want with me now?
Why are you even talking about me being a high school dropout right now? Answer me! Is Dad doing okay right now or not? I want to know if I need to take the rest of the day off to come see you guys now or not.
You have never contacted me like this before. So it must mean you only care about how Dad's doing instead of how I'm doing. You really are a waste. But this is what to expect from those too stupid to graduate from high school?
Stop talking about that right now. I want to talk to you about Dad because I'm worried about his condition. I would like to come to the hospital to see him, but would it be okay for me to be there right now, or should I wait until later today?
What do you plan to do by coming? If you're trying to get him to give you something in his will, know that you're never getting a penny.
Huh? You think this is about his money? I don't need his money. If anything, I'd feel bad getting anything from him right now due to his financial state.
You're only talking to me now because our CEO Dad is on his deathbed and his money and properties are all that interest you, right? And I'm sure you just want to see how much you'll be getting.
I told you that I have no intentions of asking him about any of his money. This isn't about what's in his will, but about wanting to know how Dad's doing. If this is going to be it for him, I'd really like to be there to comfort him and show that I love him.
Well, if this is going to be it for him, his death will have nothing to do with you. You're just a high school dropout and a failure. I'm sure even he doesn't want you around because he knows what you're really after.
Are you even listening to me right now?
There's nothing a waste of space like you was getting from Dad. I'll be handling everything for Dad after he's passed, so you don't have to bother us. Just stay away and I'll let you know when he's gone.
Then you must mean this is his last time with us. I have the right to be there with him to say goodbye and that I love him. Tell me what hospital he's at and I'll start leaving now.
I know you just want to come and ask for all his things. So you can just wait till after he's dead and hear about it from his lawyer, okay?
What? Why do you keep talking like that?
I'm worried that with how weak he is right now, you'll come in here and force him to change his will, giving you everything. Now, until I message you, you're not allowed to come to the hospital.
You're being a jerk, Trisha! I don't want anything to do with his money or with his will. Can you please listen to what I'm saying to you?
You came just as he died, didn't you? You almost did it to me there, Annalise.
I wasn't going to do anything wrong, Trisha. I was talking to everyone at the hospital and they told me you never came to see him. And they said that he was alone this whole time with nobody but the nurses and doctors around him. Why the hell would you do that to him?
I was busy myself, so I couldn't make it in. I have been trying to plan out how to use all of Dad's money, so I've been busy with all of that.
What? How to use up all of Dad's money? What the hell, Trisha? You have to be joking right now, right?
I'm not joking at all, actually. I'm aware now that you don't want anything from his will, right? And Dad had a massive company under him that was making bank. So, I plan to take over the company and make bank myself. And I'm not giving you a single thing. I've been waiting a long time for this, and I'm oh so happy now.
Ugh, what are you talking about? Seriously, Trisha? Do you think you can calm down just a little?
I heard that you plan on coming to his funeral later, but it's too late now for you to do anything about me. Our mom and dad divorced a long time ago, and I plan to make sure that her and your uneducated butt vanish from my sight forever. So don't get in my way anymore.
Trisha, do you have any desire to listen to me anymore?
Right. I'd also like you to stop thinking of me as your sister from now on. Once I have everything from Dad, I'm going to be cutting ties with you.
Are you kidding? Is there really a good reason for doing that?
I know that you and Mom will be trying to get my money from me, so I need to get rid of you both now so that I don't end up having to deal with that annoying crap. It's not like us never talking again will change much of anything anyway. But anyway, just know that coming to Dad's funeral won't change a thing for you.
But I'm still going. That'll be my final chance to show Dad just how much I loved him. And Trisha, you really need to get your head straight and listen to what I'm telling you. If you don't, you are going to regret a lot of things afterwards. I've had enough. Are you not freaking embarrassed after doing that?
What about you? Aren't you pretty dang embarrassed now?
I get that you always enjoy talking bad about me, but throwing a bucket of water onto my head and then asking me to leave is going too freaking far. That right there was the most idiotic thing I have ever seen you do.
How so? I just did what I needed to do. I am going to be receiving Dad's company, and you're not meant to be around here.
You're getting his company? You don't have the knowledge nor skills to be taking a company under your own management.
Huh? I'm not going to take that from a brainless high school dropout.
Well, you haven't worked a full-time job in your life for more than a week, so what would you know? Trisha, do you really think you could handle a job like that?
I'm really not the kind of person you should be trying to talk bad about. Anyway, what I've been trying to say is that you're getting nothing from Dad, you uneducated waste. So go away! And I shouldn't have to say this, but make sure you don't take anything from his will.
I knew that you only cared about his money and company. You always said that I was the one going after his stuff just to take the spotlight off yourself. I wish you would have never done all of this.
Can you get lost and never come back to Dad's funeral for me? I will be getting all of Dad's properties and money, so tell the lawyer that you can't accept any of it.
Then I will do just that.
Thank God!
I'll do just as you've said and leave everything to you. But you'd better not cry to me later, okay? I really think you should rethink all of this before I tell the lawyer. Because after this, I'll become just like you and never listen to a thing you say.
Is that so? Thanks for the warning, but I'm okay. You're annoying me now, so please go away. And that means for the rest of our lives.
For the rest of our lives? Okay. But it'll be you regretting the fact that you never listened to me.
Hey, Annalise? Something strange has started happening here.
What strange things are you talking about? And hold up, didn't we say we'd never talk to one another again?
The money from Dad has still not come to me yet.
Huh? His money?
That's strange, right? It's been close to a week now since he passed away, so I should have the money by now, right? What is that stupid lawyer doing right now? Though Will said there should be a lot of money coming to me, and I've been told a lot of crap about his company as well now. It's becoming a real pain in my butt having to deal with all of this. Why do I have to do all this stuff for the company?
Did you happen to read everything in those documents from Dad?
Huh? Why are you asking me a question like that?
Well, if you happened to read through everything in Dad's will and all the other documents, you might understand your situation a whole lot better. You get that, right? Dad's company was in a terrible financial situation, and he ended up never being able to pay off the loans that the company took out.
What?
What? So the money that he had left in that will was all used to pay off his final debts.
What are you talking about? He failed to pay off some loans? Huh?
If you just took a look at those documents, you'd know. Well, I'm sure the vocabulary is a bit too high level for you, but you have always been bad with economics and financing.
Hold on a minute. This is a joke, right? There were financial liabilities within Dad's company? And they were costing how much? Hundreds of thousands. I have no idea what this is all saying. There's no way his company had this bad of a financial problem. I never asked how to take on all his debts now. You take all these debts of his right now. I just wanted his money.
Excuse me? You can't force me to take all of his debts now, Trisha. I told you that I explained to the lawyer that I would not be taking anything from Dad, so this has nothing to do with me.
Huh? So you're saying that the lawyer got you a free pass?
Well, of course. You said that you'd be taking everything from Dad, so I made that clear to his lawyer. And because of that, even Dad's debt has been moved into your hands.
What? Then what am I going to do? Are you really not going to take all of this debt off my hands?
Do I have a reason to?
You can't just leave me alone to pay it all off.
All the money he had has gone into those debts, and so the only thing left was the remainder, which is now in your name. But it's not like you couldn't have noticed that before he passed, right? However, you never bothered to read anything of his, and now you're the one that'll have to carry that debt.
Well, I never had time to look things over. If I would have, then I would never have taken any of this from him.
The lawyer told me that he had sat down with you, though, and explained that before.
Well, I'm going to do the same thing as you now and tell him I don't want anything. That'll get his debt off my hands, right? That sounds like a good idea to me, but what do you think? How should I go about telling the lawyer I don't want the debt?
It's a bit late now.
Huh? Why is it late now?
Why? Because you signed the document saying you'd take what was left by Dad. And so you can't go back on those documents now because it's all legally been transferred to you. I mean, you're the CEO of that company now, right?
That's correct, but I can't handle all this debt.
Well, I don't care whether you can handle it or not. I think you should be able to handle this on your own from now on and figure something out. It's your company after all now.
What should I be doing, though?
Ugh, you're pissing me off. Why are you asking me all these questions now? You already cut ties with me, right? So why are you back with all of your problems asking for my insight?
Well, I didn't expect this to happen. Why do I have to be the one to take all of Dad's debt? I just wanted his money and nothing else.
Really? Do you know what you're even saying? Because I don't. You were the one that signed to have all of Dad's things go to you. And that just happened to include his debt as well.
Well, I didn't want to get his debt. I was only after his money this whole time. Why do I have to end up with less money than before now? This isn't an inheritance from him. This is just straight up debt. Don't tell me that you already knew about all of this and that's why you said you'd not take anything.
Well, I might have.
What? So you did know about all of this and still didn't warn me?
I was about to tell you about all of this, but you never chose to listen to me, so I didn't want to waste any more of my own time. Trisha, you have never listened to me when I warned you about things in the past, right?
What is with that tone?
I can use whatever tone I want with you now that you're a complete stranger to me. And you also poured water all over my head and kicked me out of my dad's funeral. And that was my last chance to say goodbye to the dad that I loved. Did you even see how shocked Mom was when you did that?
I don't care about her. That stupid old hag has nothing to do with me.
Well, say whatever you'd like about us, I'm sure you just happened to get that idea of Mom from Dad anyway. I have nothing else to say now. But know that I will never forgive you for what happened today. So even if you're in trouble now, there's nothing I'm willing to do for you.
But the fact that the only thing I got from Dad was his debt. If you would have told me that one thing, I would have been able to avoid all of this. Why couldn't you have done that one thing for me? Help me, you dog!
Help you? Why do you want my help, Trisha? You were the one that took over Dad's company, and so it's up to you now on how you want to handle all of that. I feel so bad for Dad. You were never even around for him when he was dying on the cold hospital bed.
I told you I was busy.
All you did from the time between leaving our house and today was go to a very expensive school using all of Dad's money, and then after that worked a crappy job at a grocery store, not even using your degree for anything. And even then used more of Dad's money to go out and play because you never worked long enough to make anything. Do you really think Dad ever wanted to give you anything in his will when you already used enough of his money? Well, I guess he did give you something at least, and that's all the debt that resides within his company now that you're the new CEO. Sucks to be you, Trisha.
I'm not going to let a high school dropout get away with saying that to me.
You really can't think of any other reasons to pick on me? Crazy, considering that after the divorce, I went with Mom to France and studied in an international school there. And Mom was there working as a manager for her own business, which she's been doing great at. And she's even said that I can have her business when she's passed away.
Huh? She has a company and you've been around her during that.
She's been doing a lot better with her company than Dad was. You had always talked bad about me for not graduating from high school and always called Mom stupid, but look at us compared to yourself. You're the only one facing hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Thank you so much for calling me brainless while spilling all that water over me. I never want to see or hear from you again, okay? You childish idiot of an adult. After that, Annalise went on her way, making sure to have nothing to do with Trisha ever again. And Trisha was left dealing with all her dad's debt while facing a terrifying reality. Trisha tried to run to her mom and Annalise asking for help while bawling her eyes out, but the amount of money she needed to pay was way too substantial. And so her mom could do nothing for her. And so, in the end, she lost the company as it went into bankruptcy and had to start a new life being homeless. But even with the bank taking the company away from her, as well as her house and car, it wasn't enough to cover all the debt. And so even now she's left having to find a way of paying that off. Of course, there's nothing left for the bank to take from her since she's pretty much only got the clothes on her back. So she'll just have to pay the remainder off anytime she makes any sort of money. Trisha really tried her hardest to mess around and keep Annalise away from her dad's money. But in reality, there was never any money to her dad's name. And now she'll be regretting her actions for the rest of her life. This is really a great case of getting what one is asked for, and what she got was a life of debt and sadness.